this generation's cooked, dude. Like, dating is so fucked in this generation. I went to see a girl last night at her apartment. We've been talking for like a week, barely. But, so I met her at the gym. I knew her from college. And we hit it off real good at the gym. I was like, well, it was great to see you, blah, blah, blah. Then I left. She messaged me on Instagram. She's like, hey, it really was nice to see you. We should definitely get together sometime and do something. I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. So we talk a little bit more, and then we settle on Wednesday night to go to the gym. And then after the gym, we were going to go back to her place and do this painting trend that's on TikTok where people paint each other, because we were both art majors. And I'm like, okay, that sounds fun. So the whole week leading up to Wednesday, she doesn't talk to me at all. And I'm like, all right, that's weird, but maybe she's just busy. I don't know. I won't read too much into it. I'll just see what happens on Wednesday. Tuesday night rolls around, and she messages me at like 10 o'clock at night. And she's like, hey, do you want to go out to a bar? And I'm like, for one, I don't like to go to bars. I don't really drink, so that's not my scene. It gives me social anxiety. I just don't like to do stuff like that. So telling me at 10 o'clock, where I don't have any time to process and like mentally prepare to go out, is like a fuck no for me. So I'm like, I really don't want to, but like if you still want to do that painting thing, I could just come over and, you know, I could bring drinks and we could drink there. And she's like, yeah, that sounds great. So I go over there, and I get there. She opens the door. She has mascara all around her eyes, so clearly she's been crying. And I'm like, okay, that's a red flag. I probably shouldn't stay, but I'll see what's up. So I go in, and she's like being really scatterbrained, and like she's like coming from the living room to her room, and like she doesn't really know what she wants to do, I guess. She grabs all the painting stuff and brings it out and like sets it up in front of me, and she's like, okay, you can start painting. And I'm like, are you not gonna paint too? So it's weird. And then she goes into her room, into her bathroom for like 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. Oh, keep in mind, she'd been drinking at this point. She said she's like started drinking at 4, and it's like 11 o'clock at night now, so she's probably pretty fucking drunk. So I think she's in the bathroom throwing up. You know, well, what else would you be doing in the bathroom for 15 minutes? And then she comes out, and she's like, I'm sorry, I'm just going through some relationship drama and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? What do you mean you're going through relationship drama? Like, you told me you were single. And so she's like, I don't know, I'm just really sorry. And then she walks out her front door. I'm in her living room. She left me in her living room. And like 5 minutes later, she calls me while I'm in her living room, and she's outside. And she's like, I don't really know how else to really say this, but like, the love of my life is here, and like, I just don't want to mess things up, and I want to try to work things out with him. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, why did you invite me over if you have like the love of your life? So I walk outside, and this dude's like, he has his arms crossed. He's like looking at her talking, and he looks at me, and like in my head, I'm like, bro, don't get mad at me. I didn't even fucking know she had a boyfriend or whatever the fuck you are. Like, she told me she was single. And that was an extremely awkward moment. I left. I get home, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I don't think I want to date anymore. So